3M Fall Protection proudly presents Leading Edge Fall Protection Awareness. A hazard facing many workers using fall protection is working at or near unprotected edges and sharp leading edges. Leading edges can add additional hazards you need to be aware of. In this session, we will cover what is a leading edge, how to identify sharp edges, hazards of leading edges and sharp edges, hazards of using D-ring extenders on leading edges, the need to pay attention to your fall clearance and how it could be different when you are connected below your D-ring, and how to identify 3M leading edge fall protection solutions. This presentation is based on current United States federal requirements. State requirements may be different. This presentation contains an overview of general information, should not be relied upon to make specific decisions. Information is current as of the date listed in this presentation, and requirements can change in the future. This presentation should not be relied upon in isolation, as the content is often accompanied by additional and/or clarifying information or discussion. Reproduction of this material is strictly prohibited without permission. A leading edge is any unprotected edge or border where a fall hazard exists. When connecting to an anchorage below your harness D-ring, if a fall occurs, your lifeline could strike the edge, causing the lifeline to change direction and bend over the edge. With traditional overhead use self-retracting lifelines, these bends could act as a point of friction and may not properly allow the energy to be reduced in the device housing. Sharp edges are edges that could present additional hazards and that could cause lifeline damage due to the cutting action on the lifeline. In many cases, leading edges and sharp edges are combined as sharp leading edges. OSHA fall protection standards do not address leading or sharp edges. We rely on the Ansi Z359.14 standard, which specifically addresses fall protection for leading and sharp edges. The products produced to meet the leading edge portion of the Ansi Z359.14 standard must pass a variety of tests. These tests occur over a steel edge with a radius of 5/1000ths of an inch. To put this in perspective, that is similar to the bandsaw cut end of a steel I-beam. The Ansi testing occurs over a steel edge and includes both swing fall as well as tests straight down. These tests are quite extreme, but the opportunity for lifeline damage can be present on edges with a radius greater than 5/1000ths of an inch. Your competent person needs to assess each edge for radius, material, and edge condition. We recommend classifying any edge with a radius less than that of a number 2 pencil as an extreme hazard edge and taking full, sharp leading edge precautions, including using fall arrest devices that have been tested for sharp leading edges. Edges with nicks, chips, or burrs could cause more damage and additional edge protection might be needed. Consult with your competent person to determine the edge classification and what protective measures need to be taken. Other unique risks of leading and sharp leading edges could include increased fall clearance when anchored at foot level or when working to either side of your anchor, inducing potential swing fall. Increased free fall could lead to having increased arresting forces. Most leading edge devices have a 1,350 pound average arresting force versus a 900 pound average arresting force for non-leading edge fall protection. These devices only sense a fall once the user's D-ring passes the leading edge and the lifeline begins to pay out at high speed. This could lead to less predictable lockup speeds from the self-retracting device. As we discussed before, there can be an increased risk of lifeline damage from sharp leading edges. Other risks in working on leading edges can come from the use of D-ring extenders. Due to the possibility of severe damage from the D-ring extender or device energy shock absorber coming into contact with a sharp edge, 3M Fall Protection does not recommend the use of any D-ring extender when working on a leading edge or a sharp leading edge. A technical bulletin on this subject can be found on our website or by calling our customer service at 1-800-328-6146. Many people working on leading edges may be anchored below the harness D-ring and could be connected at foot level. Worker gross weight should never exceed 310 pounds for a worker anchored below their D-ring or when sharp leading edge hazards are present. Connecting at foot levels means you could have increased free fall, leading to the need for additional fall clearance above the normal 4 to 6 feet like when you are connected above the harness D-ring. Depending on anchorage location and the horizontal distance you're working from the edge, the clearance needed could vary greatly. In this example, you could need 15 feet to over 25 feet with the same device depending on how it's being used. Exact clearance depends on product type, anchorage point location, and the user's weight. Always consult with your competent person when working near leading edges. 3M Fall Protection has a full line of leading edge tested solutions. 3M Fall Protection solutions that meet the sharp leading edge portion of the Ansi Z359.14 standard can be identified by their orange shock back cover and orange triangle sharp edge pictogram on the housing. To summarize the important points in this video, fall protection equipment used on leading edge needs to be rated by the manufacturer for the type of edge it is allowed to be used near. Leading edge and sharp edge can be the same thing. Sharp edge is any leading edge with a radius less than a pencil. 3M fall protection leading edge equipment can be identified by looking for the orange shock pack cover and the orange triangle pictogram. Connecting to an anchorage at foot level can increase needed fall clearance. Not all equipment is rated for connections below the harness D-ring or for leading edges. You need to check with the manufacturer before connecting at foot level or working on leading edges. Always consult with your competent person before working near leading edges. 3M has resources you can rely on throughout the world and in places that you may be working. We have over 450 people in our safety division working hard each day to provide the best products and support we can. Please visit our website at www.3m.com/fall protection or call our customer service at 1-800-328-6146 for more information. Thank you for your time. And from all of us at 3M, we hope you have a safe day.